After a 2-week long break, Jujutsu Kaisen is finally getting to return this week, and fans cannot wait to see what the upcoming chapters cover. JJK is just few weeks away from ending, which is something the fans already know at this point. In a shocking turn of events, the author of the series, GEGE AKUTAMI, recently announced that JJK will be ending in 5 chapters. Ever since then, the 2 chapters have been released, which means that JJK just has 3 more chapters left, including a upcoming chapter 269. This upcoming chapter is going to be spectacular, although not as action heavy, because the war against Sukuna is finally over and Yuji has won the battle. Now the aftermath of the war needs to be tackled, and fans will hopefully see the many loose ends being tied here in this segment of the story, which is why JJK chapter 269 is heavily anticipated by all fans. Welcome to my YouTube channel, guys. I hope you like this video, and please do like and subscribe, and please hit the subscribe button for more JJK content. Of course, fans already know what the focus of the upcoming chapter of Jujutsu Kaisen is going to be. It was clearly established in the story previously that JJK chapter 269 is going to be focusing on saving Yuta. For those who do not remember, Yuta made a brave sacrifice in the Shinjuku Showdown arc, where he defied all logic and did the unthinkable. Not only did he go on to fight against Sukuna in his own body, but he also utilized the body of Gojo, which is something that everyone advised against. Yuta was cut down by Sukuna using the world-splitting dismantle. Thankfully, his connection to Rika saved him, and he was quickly given treatment. And while his body was being stitched together, Yuta knew that he had to switch. He utilized Kenjaku's body hopping technique to jump to Gojo, and then employed this technique immediately after. Using this technique, he gained control of Gojo's body for as long as copy was active. However, fans already know that copy can only last 5 minutes. Even Yuta did not know what would happen to him after 5 minutes. And that is precisely why this was essentially a suicide attempt by Yuta Okutsu. Although he did not get to fight against Sukuna once again, and he certainly did very well, Yuta eventually ran out of time, which meant that his body collapsed. Ever since then, Yuta has not been seen in the story, and fans absolutely cannot wait to see what becomes of him in the upcoming chapter. Jujutsu Kaisen Chapter 269 will most likely see the sorceress trying to save Yuta, of course given that he is alive up till now. Fans can rest assured that Yuta is not going to die at any cost. He has survived the worst, and from here onwards, he is going to continue to live. However, the question remains as to how Yuta is going to live. Currently, Yuta is trapped in Gojo's body. It is possible that Yuta remains in Gojo's body forever, which would in a way keep Gojo's legacy alive, as well as, however, to Yuta his connection to Rika is more important, and if he does continue staying in Gojo's body, he cannot utilize that connection because Rika doesn't hunt Gojo's body. If GEGE does truly want to give Yuta a happy ending, then fans can rest assured that Yuta will essentially get to leave Gojo's body. As for how they will make it happen, JJK chapter 269 will give the answer. One way this could be made possible is through Uyui. Fans know that he has the ability to allow people to switch body, and perhaps his technique will be helpfully given that Yuta won't utilize his body hopping technique anymore. It should be possible for him to go back to his own body. Similarly, if any healing is required, Shoku is right there and she could potentially help Yuta as well. The ideal outcome here would be for Yuta to jump back in his own body, and JJK chapter 269 could perhaps reveal that to the fan. Gojo's fate confirmed in Jujutsu Kaisen chapter 269. Although most of the focus is going to be on Yuta Gochi, JJK chapter 269 is essentially also going to confirm the fate of Gojo Satoru. Fans know that Gojo died in the battle against Sukuna, and he was chopped in half using the world-splitting dismantle. His body was healed soon after, and it was stitched up, which is how Yuta was able to utilize it. Soon fans are going to see what happens to Gojo's body after Yuta lives, which appears to be likely at this point. Ever since Gojo died, fans have been wondering whether he can truly return. There are many ideas out there that suggest a possible return for Gojo after the body swap is complete, and the upcoming chapter 269 will give fans all the answers that they require. It is safe to say that there is certainly a possibility that Gojo manages to return, and this could go in 2 ways. The very first way is that Yuta simply jumps back into his own body, which leaves Gojo's body accessible to him to take control and return. Of course, this is all depends on whether Gojo's soul has departed or not. However, fans know that in the world of JJK, the concept of body and soul being one and the same exists. Kenjaku put this idea forward in the Shibuya incident arc. This essentially means that Gojo's soul should be someplace inside his body, and if Yuta lives, he can potentially come back to life. The second possibility is that Yuta continues to stay in Gojo's body. In that case, Gojo and Yuta could share one body, and it would certainly make for funny outcome to the storylines of these two characters. Only the author of the story can answer this question, and hopefully JJK Chapter 269 will go and confirm the fate of the strongest as well. A new sorcerer order is established. After the death of Sukuna, the sorcerers and the society in Japan in general are safe. However, sorcerers will always be needed, and with the death of many powerful sorcerers, a new order needs to be established. Fans might actually get to see many powerful sorcerers jump in line. For instance, the likes of Yuji, Nobara and Megumi, and even Todo among others are likely to be raised in rank. Similarly, many others such as Higurama should be inducted into the ranks of sorcerers. If this truly ends up happening, fans would be absolutely delighted to see their favorite become special guests. Among other ranks, hopefully the author of the story, GEGE AKUTAMI, delivers upon this JJK Chapter 216 as it builds towards the event at the end. I hope you guys like this video, and please do like and subscribe for more upcoming JJK content.